So there's a couple of important things that you guys have for this. First of all, they give you these angles, all right? And here's the dock, there's the gazebo, right? And they're saying find the distance from the dock to the gazebo, all right? So when looking at this, the only thing I have is I know that this angle's 28 degrees, this one's 74 degrees. Now remember, this whole class we're talking about is dealing with triangles. So we need to know as many angles and sides as we possibly can. So if I know that this whole angle is 74 and this is 28, I can now say that this would be 74 degrees minus 28 degrees. Would everybody agree with that? Which it is 46, right? OK, 46 degrees. Now, think about this, ladies and gentlemen. This comes from a law of sines section, right? So therefore, we're going to want to be able to figure out the law of using the law of sines. Well, we have the opposite angle, and we want to find this x. So what we need to, the only other side length we know is 100 meters. That means I want to figure out what is that angle. All right, how can I figure out that angle? So as I mentioned, when we were talking about bearings, ladies and gentlemen, it is very, very important when you're doing bearings and you have focal points that you can create the bearings. And that's what they kind of did already by giving you this angle. So what I like to do is create a bearing at every single point. And what I really just mean is kind of giving me a north, south, east, west kind of directions. All right? And what you guys will understand is by doing that, what I have now is here's these two north lines, right? North-south lines. Those north-south lines are parallel, right? They're not going to intersect each other. They're parallel. Then this line bisects that, which we call is a transversal. And when you have parallel lines in a transversal from geometry, we have angle relationships, alternate interior angles, alternate exterior angles, corresponding angles, and consecutive interior angles. So therefore, in this case, you guys can now make the argument that that is 41 degrees. Right? Then, if you guys look over here, here's the other point, which I can't remember what this one is, or what point this was. But there's another bearing. So now I look at these north-south lines. Are these north and south lines going to intersect? No, they're parallel, right? Then you have a transversal intersecting both of my north-south lines. Therefore, this angle and that angle are alternate interior angles. Correct? So now you know that alternate interior angles are equal to each other. Now I can create this angle, which is 69 degrees. So now, I don't know where my calculator, did someone borrow the calculator? My last calculator? OK, I'll go here. So now we can set up a law of sines, which says x over the sine of 46 degrees is equal to 100 over the sine of 69 degrees. Does everybody see that? Any questions on that, Caroline? Are you writing that one down? Because it's your homework, right? So it's like a free answer. So now I can go and I'll use yours. Where am I? Nobody's using it for the test? I thought someone borrowed it. There it is. OK. So anyways, then to solve this, I can do 100 times the sine of 46 divided by the sine of 69. And I get x is equal to 77.05 meters. And that's going to be the distance from the gazebo to the dock. OK? I'm assuming you were in. Anybody have any questions on that? Everybody at least write down that problem. So therefore, the people that are taking the test